Plate umpire Tim McClellan with the bat in his hand. Now they're going to measure it across home plate.
I've never seen this.
I never have either.
I don't know what they're measuring. They might be going to call George Brett out.
Well, the Yankees win it. He's out.
Yes, sir.
Brett is out. Look. Brett is out. And
Steaming mad.
he is out. And having to be forcibly restrained from hitting plate umpire Tim McClellan. And the Yankees have won the ball game 4-3. Brett is called out for using an illegal bat. Or with the illegal substance on the bat.
Like I said, I have seen this before, Frank, and Gaylord Perry just took the bat away from the home plate umpire, Jim McClellan. He's going to take the bat. They're going to take it so they cannot take it into the American League office.
Hey, how are you? It's Kyle Clayton. We're doing a sports show today. It's going to be a lot of fun. I have my two dear friends, maybe a third dear friend coming in. I have Mikey Martineau, and for the moment, John Hopwood.
Hello.
How are you guys?
I'm fine. Your partner in crime, Gonzo, is supposed to be here because I was supposed to host a show, and well, you were always going to host the show. I was going to be your co-host.
I would have loved that.
Well, you are going to be the host because I have business to do. I'm holding the seat down for Gonzo. Oh, here you go. Hey, Mikey, why don't you tell the whole audience while we shift seats? Of course, he walks in front of the camera.
How am I supposed to get here?
Crawl.
About where you were last week in the amateur baseball contest.
I'll
See you guys next week.
Yeah, I was in Du Bois, Pennsylvania, working the USCA Small College World Series, which is basically our version of the College World Series. We had teams from all across the nation, 10 teams, both baseball, 10 baseball teams, 10 softball teams, and trying to crown a national champion in our league. And we had a great time. We had some awful weather that we had to deal with, but we had a great time, and I'm glad to be home.
You persevered.
Yeah, persevered.
So what were you doing, what were you doing while you were down there?
I did camera work, I did T-shirt tosses, signing autographs, all the things a fun-loving local celebrity does.
Back to the T-shirt toss, please. What does that entail?
Basically, so every game that we played over at baseball, we had, because we were playing 7-inning games, but instead of 9, so we would do a 5th-inning stretch, and basically they would play a song at 5th-inning stretch, chicken dance, whatnot, and I would have to hype up the crowd and see who is being active the most and who's dancing the most to award them a T-shirt from one of our sponsors.
So they have to earn that. These shirts aren't signed by you, are they, Mikey?
No.
Okay. And there were no cannons involved?
There are no cannons involved. My arm was my cannon.
Just
Nice.
your arm, okay.
Nice.
Now, do you think do you have any leftover T-shirts? Because me and Kyle will dance to compete for one.
I do not have any on me right now.
Okay. Maybe next week we can work that in.
Yeah.
It's okay, buddy. Don't worry about it. And if I'm not mistaken, did the camera fail you at one point when you were over there?
The camera the camera had some difficulties. It wasn't my fault. It was the hardware we used, and we were trying they put me in so many different places. I was out on the left field porch. They almost had me in top of the first base dugout. That didn't work, so I was inside the camera well on the third base side, which was a nice view to watch the game.
Excellent.
You hear that a lot. It's not my fault. But was it your fault, really?
It was not. It was the hardware that we were using with the camera.
Bad hardware.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which failed.
Maybe some soft hardware next. Did your team bring home any hardware?
I know Inside Baseball had one All-American. They did not make the trip down, but I was just down there to work for a national organization, and I enjoy working for them, and I just have to reduce my travel time down. I do not want to do 20-hour travel days anymore.
That's a whole day, Mikey.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
It's 4 less than a whole day.
That's true. That's great math,
Yeah.
Michael. So you've accumulated quite the pedigree now, Michael.
Yes. I worked all three.
Who's Michael here?
This is Michael.
Right.
Your other Michael.
All right.
I worked all 3 national championship tournaments for the USA this year. Fall championship week down in Virginia Beach in November, which was cross country, soccer, and volleyball. We had basketball down in Petersburg, Virginia in March, and then just had the Small College World Series in May, and get to do it all over again in November, going back down to Virginia Beach. Definitely flying this time.
Down to Virginia Beach, baby.
Yeah.
That's a good time.
Now, are there girls in bikinis at Virginia Beach?
I wasn't really paying attention to the girls. I was paying more attention to my work.
So you wouldn't know the difference between a girl in jeans and a girl in a bikini?
Michael, he's strictly business. Other Michael, sorry.
Trying to describe, trying to get the truth here.
No, you're trying to paint a picture, but again, he's on a business trip. This is not for pleasure. This is strictly business.
Right.
Exactly.
So you wouldn't know the difference if a girl in a bikini came by or not. You're just focusing on your broken hardware and your
On the field, there should be no bikinis on the field. That is not the appropriate
Now, if
uniform.
you see a girl in the stands that's kind of cute and she's winking at you, are you going to throw her a T-shirt? If she's dancing properly?
If she's doing the appropriate chicken dance, one would assume that.
Maybe.
Is that one of the songs that came up, the chicken dance?
Yep, Chicken Dance, Con Eye Joe,
The hits.
Yeah.
Hold Down, Fall Down, trying to whatever ones we played.
Oh, Best of T-Shirt Mix Volume 3. Yeah,
I love that album.
it's great.
But you also said you were signing autographs. Is this true?
Yeah, I did sign some autographs for my employers out there. So
What a week you had, buddy.
yeah, it was a great weekend. Cannot wait to do again in November for another fall championship week and enjoy my summer. I love Manchester, and I'll be in a suite with Manchester Inkling tomorrow night at the Fisher Cats game.
Get out of here.
In
You're
a
so
suite?
popular. Dude,
Yep,
wow.
in a suite. I was able to get some last minute tickets this morning.
Nice.
Somebody backed out, so I'm still looking for somebody to bring with me. So
So you hear that, ladies? There's a lot of girls that would love to go to this game with Mike Martineau
In a suite.
in a suite for the Inkling. Do they have their own suite, or is it like suite night for them?
it's sweet night for them.
Yeah.
I think Harold splurges occasionally.
Well, here and
Gives
there,
the team a
you
suite.
got to market. You have to market. And having Mikey up there is a good way to do it.
Absolutely. He's a fan favorite. And you also work there, don't you, Mikey?
I used to work there.
Not anymore.
You work for the suites?
No, I worked for the concession company for like 5 years there.
Oh yeah, and they moved on, or you moved on?
I moved on during the
Good move.
during the COVID year.
And now look at you. You're gonna be overlooking them. You'll be like, more ranch, please.
Yeah, and just Garcon. Exactly.
It's like coming up.
Well, that's gonna be fun. Is Carol gonna be there?
Yeah, Carol's. I don't know who will be in attendance, but definitely Carol will be there.
One would assume Andy.
Maybe.
So you said earlier that you screwed someone over. Who did you get? Who'd you screw over?
No,
to
he
get in?
scooted in.
Scooted in.
Yeah, he scooted in.
You scooted someone over.
There was a window of opportunity.
Yeah. Window opportunity this morning to a VIP backed out, and she posted in a private group, and I was the first comment to get the tickets.
This is a Manchester Inkling private group.
Yes.
Gotta get in on that.
Yeah, we
I
got.
have an idea for your +1. Me and Kyle can do some kind of contest, and the winner gets to go with you.
I do have to work, but I will call out if I win this contest. What contest would you like to do?
Well, just let me win then.
All right, you can win.
A spelling bee. Would you like to moderate a spelling bee?
I'm all set.
There's no way you can beat me in a spelling bee.
Well,
0%.
we've always said that. I've always said that I'm a better speller than him, and he's always said that he's a better speller than me. So I don't know how we're gonna ever get to the bottom of it unless we do it with a spelling bee.
We're not
type of
prepared for a
situation.
spelling bee right now, Michael.
Well, no, me and you aren't, but that's what makes it fair.
Well, I mean, technically, I was right, but is spelling bee a sport?
Maybe if a caller calls in with a word.
I don't know if they do call in. I don't know how to do that.
Yeah,
I hit the phone button. You know how to do it?
I know how to do it.
All right, Mikey's on the phone.
you just go, hi, thank you for calling John Hopwood. What would you do? Or WW pick Americans presidents. But yeah, he's on assignment, huh?
He is. He's very excited right now.
He's so excited. He's like he's on the beat. It's like he's reinvigorated with his passion, which is journalism.
Correct. Yeah, he's like a giddy schoolgirl right now.
He's like a giddy schoolgirl snapping gum in the courtyard.
Well, because he knows
All
what
bratty.
he's got. But I don't know if we're allowed to disclose that information, so we'll leave that alone. But he is on the hunt.
Careful there, Mike.
He is on the hunt. I'm excited. He's already got one source. He needs two sources. That's his claim.
Yeah, anyone out there? Yo, Mike, I have that hat and I love it. It's about what, 10 years old, probably?
I got this like a month ago at the Central Hall of Fame dinner.
No kidding.
Oh.
Went in a raffle.
Wow, you're in there too now, huh?
No, I'm not in the Central Hall of Fame yet. I was just attending.
Yeah.
Right. Well, yeah is the operative word, as Daryl Dion would say.
Do you think we'll get there, Mikey?
Me, which one? Which Mike?
That's Mikey. You're Michael. Your other Michael.
Yeah. So you asking him if you
Correct.
and him will get there?
Well, the three of us. Do you think any of us will get in?
Which one would probably get in the most?
The most.
I would say me.
Wow.
Fair enough.
I would say you two.
Based on the hard work he's done.
I'd say yeah. You putting the hours in for sure. You're a contributor to society. Your fanfare is at, I think last I looked, your Rotten Tomato score was at 96%.
You can't beat that.
Your popcorn score was 98. So you're killing it on the tomatoes thing. What about the scandal though? How are you going to overcome that?
What is the scandal?
He knows what it is. Just go ahead and say it.
I'm down to one.
Down.
And what
Okay.
is that scandal, Mike?
I was trying to date two girls at once, but I was finally able to get it down. Or it wasn't even my choice to get it down to one. One left me, so.
No, let the record state that he admitted that on his own. I did not do anything except lead the witness.
But that's what you have to do.
But dating two girls is called dating, okay? You have that liberty. You have that prerogative. It's not like you're married like I am. I'm married. I can't go around and gallivant.
For now, you're married, yeah.
Well, I'm going to be married forever. That's called a vow. You have that option. So I wouldn't really call that a scandal.
You were the one who used those words.
You do have to watch out for that girl that you didn't pick. That could really come and bite you in the butt.
Or I didn't pick her. She didn't pick me.
But she wasn't on board with your rules, basically. Like, I'm going to date other women, is what you said. And she's like, I assume. I don't know anything about this. She didn't pick you. Now, be careful what you say, because the surviving girl might listen to this and say, wait a minute, I wasn't your first choice.
That's not necessarily true.
That is too.
It's not necessarily true at all. He was
So
just
when
figuring
you
things
say
out.
she didn't pick you, did she know about the situation at the time?
Yes, she did, but I found out at a later date that she was involved with somebody else.
Oh, no. Kyle.
I don't have paper to draw a diagram right now. The point is, at the end of the day, Michael, if you're happy, that's all that matters.
And I am.
She was two-timing you while you were two-timing her?
Basically, yes.
That's 4. 2 times 2 is 4, man. And the square root of 16 is 4.
Is that, Brandon, is that true?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Can we get a
Alright.
fact check on that, please?
Can you stop drawing? We're talking sports here.
Yeah, I know. He's a sportsman.
Gonzo, how was your recent experience doing commentary for Manchester Public Television doing baseball games?
Great
Well,
question.
speaking of sport, I'll be heading out to Londonderry tomorrow for the Central West baseball game.
Why is it in
I
Londonderry?
assume they're playing Londonderry.
Oh, they're the same team. That's
I'm
right.
going to secretly root for the home team, but I'm going to call it impartial. I don't know. I think it's a different side of me. It's a gentler side.
Wait, you'd be rooting for Londonderry then?
No, my home team,
You just
hometown team.
Okay.
I'm Manchester.
but they're away in Londonderry.
Like if you were to cut me with a machete, my arm would fall off, but out would pour blood that is Manchester blood.
Oh, okay.
I
Very good.
bleed Manchester, and sometimes I eat and sleep it.
Eat and
So-
sleep.
So I'll be rooting for the home team, my home team, but not. You're right on a technicality. Londonderry will be the home team. I don't know, Mike. Have you ever heard a telecast that I've done?
But I've tuned in. I see him on YouTube, so I occasionally listen to him.
Yeah.
In fact, I did some commentary last year with Kyle.
Yeah.
Hi,
did-
Kyle
You
Heavey.
went up way up in the
Kyle
booth.
Levy.
Yeah, went way up there. Yes.
Yeah. Did you get an elevator key?
I did not.
It's not fun, is it? Taking the stairs.
You don't deserve an
I
elevator
took the
key.
stairs. I'm not a fireman. It only says there's only a slot for a fireman.
Right, so you've answered your own question. You're not a fireman. That's way too much power for you anyway. No, you shouldn't have keys to anything.
I don't have keys. But it's fun, right? It's a good time.
Yes, it is.
I think I did a little better than you, only because I played baseball, and I was really good at it. Other than that, you did a great job. I actually knew that. That was a loaded question, something that I already knew the answer to. But I would keep doing that, and it's like a video game where you get to build up all your points, and then when you reach that level, you get in the Central Hall of Fame. And I think that you're matriculating very well right now, Michael Martineau. You look cute in that sweatshirt, I'd say, and the world's your oyster. Just watch out for pearls. Okay.
Do you know what matriculating means?
Yeah, it's when you go from kindergarten to first grade without going to readiness.
Yep, that's exactly what it says. Well done.
Would you agree? You know something about readiness?
I do know something about readiness, yes.
I do as well.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, wow. So one of these things is not like the other.
Yeah,
and
maybe you're
it's
the
me.
weird one.
Oh.
Are you trying to- are you
maybe
tr-
I'll go back. I'll get it done. I'll go to readiness next year.
You should go to school.
I shouldn't. I got by with a 2.7 GPA.
Not too bad.
Not too bad at all.
Is your batting average higher or lower than that?
Oh, my batting average in baseball was like in the fours. Like I
There's no
crushed
way.
it. Oh yeah, I was amazing.
You were
Ask
Teddy Williams.
Ask Mike Williams. Ask Mike Williams. You got me. Ask Michael Martineau. Was I amazing at everything?
We were probably like 7 and 8 when you were in high school.
Yeah.
Oh, so you weren't a fan? Okay. Well, usually, so to make the Hall of Fame, you got to do 2 of 3 things. You got to have some money. You can bribe. You can be really good at sports, but undervalued like me, and then work your way up. Or you could be like Martineau, that just dots all the I's, crosses all the T's, and checks all the boxes. And I would say, you are definitely on the you're leading. You're trending ahead. Kyle has his last name, so that's always going to help. I don't have that last name.
You have nothing.
I have a name.
It's not even a real name.
I have a name, though. And other than that, I don't know. We'll see. The race is on. You already have a guy in the Hall of Fame that's a family member, so that's not really fair. You might get referred,
I might get referred.
but that would be nepotism.
Where are you going with
You
this,
can
sweetheart?
Google that.
I know what nepotism means.
All right. I didn't know if you knew what matriculate and nepotism.
Yeah, I can
meant.
read it verbatim,
Can you
but
spell either one of them?
I'm looking at it right now. I could.
Oh, you have access to
Yeah, I have a computer.
Oh, you're
You
the
never
host.
got a computer?
No, you're the host.
I am, but you're leading the way.
No, this is all about Mikey today.
Mikey,
Yo, to answer your question, it's fun. It's fun, right?
Yes,
I
it
want to
is.
get Kyle up there, too. I think he'd have a great time. But it's playoff time now, so. Central is a little underdogged. I don't think they are the favorite tomorrow. But
Is this playoffs?
it's playoffs, baby.
So what?
Playoffs?
Do you know the seating? I'm sure I can find it.
I would say I'm going to be seated at the announcer booth.
The seating, Michael.
Yeah, like I said, I think my seat is with Kyle Heavey at the announcer.
Do you guys carpool when you go up there?
Yeah, we're planning on carpooling to save on gas, which is really high right now. I might offer to drive. I'm a team player.
It's the 4-13 matchup.
Thank you. Like you're
And,
fast.
and
You're fast.
Michael Martineau says that Central is the 13
Yes.
at what, 9-12 maybe? I know they lost 3 games in a row
A couple heartbreakers in
after
there.
going on a 4-game win streak, snapped by Exeter's stud pitcher. That guy's good. And
So in playoffs, is it a one and done situation?
Yes, one and done.
Okay, so
it's not best of 7
that would no way be best of 7.
because it's a 20-game season, I'm sure.
And considering Londonderry and Manchester Central West played in the second game of the season, and Londonderry actually lost to Manchester Central West 7-4. So
So we're in it.
I'll be using that tomorrow.
Anything
Thank
can
you,
happen in the
Mikey.
playoffs. You want to throw your stud out there, obviously.
You gotta throw your stud out there, but then you gotta have a backup stud. You need 2 studs, men, and you need your stud to not be a non-stud. Like, you can't get waterlogged boards out there. Like, you need your stud to be an anchor. Because if he gets wet in the rain, forget about it. And don't go swimming before a baseball game, ever.
Anchors get wet a lot, though.
They always say that. Don't go swimming, and don't make love.
I don't think they say that.
They say it to boxers.
Oh, okay.
and the winner of that one will play on Saturday at either the winner of Concord and Wyndham, and then they would have to face the winner of Portsmouth, Bishop Gorton, and Bedford in the semifinals.
Oh, those are the rich ones. You gotta be careful of
It's
those.
a long road. It's a long road, but isn't any road, like the road to the Central Hall of Fame, worth the effort?
Yes, it is. To win a state title is an amazing feat. I did it 2 times as an assistant coach. Came close as an actual player.
Really? Did you know that I won I won a baseball Class L championship on the backs of Peter Lopez, who is an amazing pitcher. I've won a football Class L championship on the backs of me. And I've also been to the hockey championships where I was a backup goalie and was the only one that didn't play in that game.
And you lost.
So that's my pedigree.
So do you think if you had played, you would have won?
Absolutely.
I
That
doubt
guy that was better all year, but judging by the score 11-1, I think I would have fared just as well.
Were you bigger than him? You
We were
just
playing
took up more space?
playing Hanover. They had the Turco twins, and they were like just really
They're
good. Dude, they were like ballerinas. It's ridiculous.
There's nothing you could do.
Nothing. They're in Hanover.
All right, but you got two ships.
But you made a good point about the rich towns.
Well, you can because
With
Bishop Gorton, Pinkerton.
With money comes discipline, good breakfast. If you don't have a good pancake breakfast, how are you gonna hit?
That's not what I was implying.
If you
I'm
don't
saying
have cheese in your omelet, that's Swiss minimum. How are you gonna hit?
I would not get Swiss in my omelet personally, but no, they can recruit players out of their district.
They also have
With
nice
scholarships.
bats
Right.
and better gloves.
Right, because they're paying to go to that school, so they have the money to do so.
They have eye black. That's real eye black, not just like coals from the barbecue.
Is that what you used?
When you pour, you do what you got to do.
Oh, I thought you just got punched in the face and just had black eye. Okay.
No, see, the difference is it goes like that, but eye black is right on. You know what eye black is. Right?
Yes,
You
it
want to
said
demonstrate where we'll go? Right.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Thank you.
I would do the triangles myself, but each their
Can we
own.
get a zoom in on Mike for the eye black thing again?
since it's in the background, let's talk about Celtics and Warriors in the NBA Finals. Game 1 tomorrow night out in California.
Yep.
Nice segue.
Celtics 60% chance to win.
Really?
That is true. I
Well,
believe we're,
I heard higher.
Are they the favorites?
well, just for tomorrow's game, but it may have fluctuated slightly.
Or according to a poll I read, it was like 85 to 15.
I will take those odds. I like those odds, Mikey. How do you like those odds?
I like those odds.
85% is a healthy margin. Nothing to be cocky about, though.
I always follow the smile meter, and if you watch right here, I'll show you.
Can you just... But, yep, it's very good. Okay, so what does
You
that
have
mean?
3 smiles on each team,
Okay.
but I would say that the guy in the middle, Brown, I think it is, on our team, has a way bigger smile than all of them. Steph Curry's smile is really pretty and nice, but Tatum's smile is matching that, I'd say. Then you have the veteran smile effect. You have Horford in the back,
First time being there.
who's kind of like, oh shucks. But then you get the guy in the back with a really good smile. So the Warriors are probably going to take it in 7 based on the smiles.
I disagree, and you're completely misreading the smiles.
Really?
They're all situational, but it's irrelevant.
Well, this is what I get to work with.
We could talk about how the Warriors have been there 5 out of, 8 years, Mikey?
Yeah, they're pretty
Take your
decent.
time.
They're pretty decent.
They've been there before.
They got Klay Thompson and Curry, and they can shoot.
But we got young blood, and we got Horford, who's the longest. He had the longest stretch of an active player to never make it to the finals in history.
And they split the regular season series with both away team win each game. So Golden State beat us at home on December 17th, 111-107. And then the Celtics beat Golden State in San Fran on March 16th by a score of 110 to 88.
That's a blowout, Mikey.
Why'd they play in San Francisco if they're from Golden State?
It's a whole state. There can be cities inside a state.
Okay.
Fair.
Yeah, if they're not worried about an earthquake, that's fine.
You always have to be worried about earthquakes.
In the Golden State, you do?
Absolutely.
Yeah. I look for Marcus Smart to have a huge series. I feel like he's one of those guys that toes the line defensively, kind of gets in people's faces, kind of gets in their head, but at the same time, he might, like a Marshawn type, explode at any minute and hurt your team. How do you feel, Mike Martineau?
It's going to be a good series, a lot of late nights considering game times are 9 and 8 o'clock Eastern time, respectively, either on the West Coast or on the East Coast. So it's going to be a good series, and I think it's going to go all the way to 7. And we have a call here on the sports show.
Bellingby. Hi, welcome.
Hey, how are you?
Hey, I was calling in.
Yep, you're here. You're with us. How are you?
Good, how are you? Hey, I was just wondering if Mikey Martineau could let us know a prediction on how late we're going to be up at night.
I would say if it's a 9 or 8, I would say 11 to midnight, to be honest.
Can you give an exact time, please? On game 1?
Wow, it's going to be late nights.
Well, are you watching at home, or are you going out for the festivities?
That's true. And your bedtime counts.
I think me or Mikey?
I'll take both answers, please.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be in. Mikey, where are you going to be?
Probably in, just depends on what I have scheduled on that day.
I love it. I love it. Thank you so much.
All right, well, plan accordingly for that. Get your rest, please.
What a great question.
Thank you.
Thank you for calling. Really appreciate it.
Great question. So would you say 12-14 was your answer?
Yeah, let's go with that.
We're going to go with 12-14. Okay, so, again, plan accordingly.
It's one of those questions where you're like, how late will I be up all night? Now, that depends on your pre-bed routine, how long it takes to brush your teeth, how long it takes to put your nighties on, and how long it takes to, just unwind, Certain people unwind different ways.
That's very true, Michael.
Some people can't sleep. Some people can.
And I'm sorry to switch topic, but we went to the same concert, didn't even see each other.
Well, we went on different nights.
Oh, you went on Friday night?
I went on Friday night.
I went on Saturday night because because when they announced the Friday night one, I was still on my way back from Du Bois.
Right. So Friday night, we're talking about Garth Brooks at Gillette Stadium. The one I went to was a mere skeleton of the stadium at capacity. It was, I would say, 60% full, and it was a subpar performance on the crowd's part.
Crowd.
But when Garth came out, he don't care if there's 5 people out there. He's playing for him and Trisha Yearwood.
Yes.
Did you see Trisha Yearwood come from the floor all the way up?
Or based on where my seats were, because I was not on the floor, but I was in the first section off the basically, so not upper, but like
Ching.
Yeah, you were kissing the floor.
How much you pay for those bad boys?
I didn't buy them. So.
Get out of
Nice,
here.
Mikey, nice.
Mike Martineau
Well
gets
done.
away with it again, going to the suite tomorrow for free, too.
Yeah. So
Bring your hot dog money.
I think that's included.
So
So
you smuggle your own hot
He's a
dogs.
sweet dude. He doesn't need hot dog money.
You smuggle your own hot dogs, don't you?
I do not.
Okay.
Yeah, but the night I went was an amazing. That was a hell week for me. I can.
Who did you have the pleasure to go with that night?
My sister, my dad, my stepmom, and my stepsister.
Okay, so there was
family
no
affair.
romance there. There's no hugging.
No.
Yeah, so I brought my wife, and we
She brought
hugged,
you.
and we slow danced. It was a nice romantic
You
night.
slow dance?
Oh, we slow danced. We kissed. We looked at each other and we said, "I love you" to each other. It's Garth, man.
Yeah, I did that too to my stepmom.
Okay.
Or hung on to her because she was then right next to me and we were enjoying the
It
concert.
doesn't matter, Mike.
No.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Whatever gets you in the hall. of
Again,
Fame.
it's Garth.
It's Garth.
Yeah, cannot wait for him to come around again.
Yep. Neither can your stepmom, I bet.
I missed out, unfortunately.
Yeah, you could have been dancing with someone too. I saw this one guy dancing with himself. He was literally dancing with himself. It was amazing.
He's still having fun. That's all that matters. You can't
It's
take that.
Garth, dude. Garth will do that to you. Like,
And I know the next concert I'm going to, so
What's that?
New Kids on the Block in July down at TD Garden with Angela.
Angela's going?
Who's New Kids on the Block? Who are they performing with?
I mean, it's
And
Joey.
Vogue,
What?
Salt and Pepper, Rick Astley.
That is a
The-
stacked lineup.
Wait a minute. This is like a fantasy dream you're having.
No.
This isn't a real lineup.
This
Yes,
a
this
fever
is the real lineup for the
So you-
mixtape tour.
So you had a dream, and then they just put those same people together?
No, I did not have a dream first. That's the lineup that came out. I got to see him at TD Garden in July on a Friday night.
That's gonna be a great Friday night.
July Friday night with Ashley. Like, that's the Never Gonna Lift You Up.
That's
guy.
correct. Yeah.
Wow. Joey McIntyre is going to be there?
Is he part of New Kids? I think so.
Yeah, he
It
is.
sure
Yep.
is.
Is he going to give you something he can feel?
Yeah.
Like En Vogue?
Emotion.
En Vogue
through
sings
music.
that one.
A little S&P in there too. I don't know if you missed that.
Wait. You're talking about seasoning now?
No, a little S&P, salt and pepper.
You going to bring your own salt and pepper?
No, they provide it for you. It's part of their ticket cost.
Oh, you get a little package? Nice.
Yeah, you get a little package, Mike.
Like when you buy a Subway hoagie. Oh, wait, Subway Eat Fresh. They give you the little packets of salt and pepper. Is it like that, or is it really the?
Are you
the
taking away
performance?
from the famous '90s R&B group Salt and Pepper right now?
It's funny that that's the mixtape because that would be my mixtape.
Why don't people make mixtapes anymore?
I don't know, but Mike's going on one.
Mikey, you should start making mixtapes.
You should bootleg tape the mixtape tour.
No, that's illegal. Don't do that. But no, seriously, why don't people make mixtapes anymore? That was the power move back in the day. You saw a girl, you liked her, you made a mixtape.
You did. You wrote Summer Mix,
Yeah,
Becca's Mix.
and you put your heart into it. That should come back.
Becca.
What do you do? Make like a Spotify playlist and send it to them? That's not the same. You need a tangible tape.
Have you ever cried over a woman, Mikey? Have you ever had your heart broken by a filly?
I did back in high school.
As did I, buddy. As did I.
We've all done it.
And my eighth grade sweetheart, and we did it until senior year. Then she broke up to me. Broke up with me.
So you were an early bloomer then?
No, it doesn't matter because look who's laughing now.
Oh yeah. Do you know her name? Would you like to give her a shout
No,
out?
you don't have to do that.
No. I don't know what she's even doing anymore. I think she fell off the face of the planet.
She might have.
No.
I'll tell you what she's not doing, Mikey. She's not on cable access TV talking sports with his friends.
Yeah, because she fell off the earth.
Yep. See you later, sweetheart.
That's what you get. He's
Absolutely.
leaving. Don't leave him hanging, bro.
I'm sorry. I was. John always yells at me if I don't look forward, so my peripherals are off.
So.
Yep, that's another thing. We're in survival mode. We're in survival mode, as always, which is fine. I think we're doing great. We already had a phone call. That's 100% more phone calls than we normally get.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting that. That's a great question too.
Mikey puts butts in the seats. It's a fact.
You do. There's a reason.
We're gonna have to get some T-shirts here next
I'm
time.
sitting in the tiers over here, the 300s at Gillette. But that's my question. Was the top tier filled up?
Yeah. So I was in one. My seats were in 138. So basically where the big video board is on the other side of the stadium.
Yeah.
Basically, so I was on the other side of the stadium, closer to where Patriots places, and yeah, it was filled up to the rooftop.
That's,
All the way to the top, baby.
yeah, it was probably half that. I like a good filled up stadium. I remember Taylor Swift came to Gillette. It was filled to the brim. I was just happy to be there.
Why were you there?
Well, I like Taylor Swift, and my wife is a huge fan, and I'm a good husband. So,
I agree with most of that. Yeah.
which part? The Taylor part?
Yes.
Okay,
The brim part. Yeah.
right.
You didn't buy tickets for Taylor Swift. She bought them and brought you.
Well, yes, she buys everything, Kyle.
I know that.
So
Well, don't
we
act
should-
like you're the good husband. You're just.
I'm still going. I still go. I still hug her.
You still hug her? Is
I
it
hugged her.
embrace?
Yes, I hugged her today. I gotta go pick her up right after this.
Oh, you got the car today.
Yeah, I give her the car, and then I get the card.
Oh, fair trade.
Card.
That
Just
sounds
put a
awesome.
D at the end, and you get both.
Very good.
I was supposed to play kickball after this, but that got postponed to the lane.
I
You
think
don't
it's
want to
not
pull a
brand new.
hammy though.
Wait,
Yes.
were you playing kickball?
Over at Youngsville.
Yeah, how's that going? You joined a league, right?
Yeah, I got the shirt under.
What's your kicking average?
I would say 300.
That's not
Are you
bad.
lying? Are you padding your stats? Do you do a lot of pop-ups? You can't do pop-ups. You need a lot
There
of...
was a league. What's the name of your team?
We are the Wolves of Ball Street.
Wolves of Ball Street.
I like it.
I like that. It's a play on words.
Yeah, I'm going to come up with a name. What about, like, just kicking it? Is that a good name?
Yeah,
Or there's one week, one team in our league named just kicking balls.
oh man.
Just kicking balls, yeah. That. So if you don't do that right, you can get hurt. Talk about like that bone on your foot. That if you have you ever experienced that? It's a really fragile bone
There are many bones in
Right.
your foot.
here.
Or
Doesn't hurt. Do you soccer style it or do you toe it?
You should never toe it.
Got to toe it for a liner. Get the
I-
guy in from right.
I try to soccer kick it, but it always seems because it's not a flat field, like because it's not maintained, so it doesn't have a bump. So occasionally it goes like right off my shin on it, but I still kick it. My shoes come falling off a couple of times. Those been a couple of TikTok moments.
Oh, that's awesome. Oh, actually, the shoe off is a good move because it creates a distraction.
Yeah.
Therefore, an easy on base.
They were gonna make that illegal, but Youngsville runs their own operation. Like it's an independent league, like field.
Or this one's not with. So this one is basically right across from Goldenrod. Basically, you got Goldenrod, then you got. It's a little bit down the road from Goldenrod, but it's not the ones that are like near Massapequa.
Oh, so it's like a side project of Youngsville.
They call it a pitcher's field because of the
They need to
that bounces the ball
maintain the
to.
fields so that he
It's a
doesn't hurt his
pitcher's
shin
field.
out there, though. And he's kicking shoes to get on base, whatever it takes. I say that, but
Agreed.
now you can't bunt in kickball, correct?
We cannot.
But you
correct.
can do a swinging shin bunt kick,
Yeah.
which essentially is a swinging bunt.
Yes, but
It's a drag bunt.
With
is what it's
spin on
called.
it.
It's a drag bunt.
yeah.
Now, do you leg them out, put it on the ground and leg them out, or are you more of a deep fly, like a Barry Bonds type?
I can barely hit it out of the out of the infield, to be honest. But in our league, we have some massive legs, and
Nice.
that field, like at center field, all the way at the fence, is probably 350, and we've had like kicks up to like 250.
So there's been a kick run
There's been a couple inside the park home runs, yeah.
inside the
Alright.
park. Now, when you play defense, would you say you're an outfielder, or are you more of a ground ball, scoop it up, throw them out type of guy?
Playing the hot corners.
I've played pitcher, I've played catcher, I've played outfield. So I'm a utility player.
Brock
Yeah.
Holt of kickball.
Right.
Very
So when
good.
you pitch, though, are you allowed to put a spin on it, or is that low brow?
You can put spin on it.
You do that?
I try my best to, and then if it doesn't work, I try yank myself and go play the outfield.
You yank yourself?
Yeah, sometimes you gotta know when you're done.
Yeah.
You don't have the juice. You gotta play
Yeah.
yourself out.
So do you call timeout and then go visit yourself at the mound and then argue with yourself and then give yourself the ball?
I never do that. Maybe I'll do that next week.
That'd be great.
No, never. The key is confidence, Mikey. You want to grip it and rip it, baby. Okay.
Exactly.
Sometimes it's not about finesse. You gotta outmuscle them. Power moves.
I'm pretty sure that's unethical.
Start painting corners.
You can't do that, though, Kyle.
You absolutely can.
Are you-
Not with that attitude. You can't,
is
Michael.
pitching an aspect of kickball?
Absolutely. It is.
Yeah. And our strike zone is basically if you have my microphone, you probably have a cone where Kyle's is,
Uh-huh.
and then a cone like that, and that's our strike zone. So if it's within the cones, that's a strike if they don't kick. If it knocks over the cone, either cone, that's a ball, and then anything outside the cones is a ball as well.
Is it a 4-ball, 3-strike system?
Yes.
That's a great question.
Wow. And do you ever get tired from a high pitch count from your arm?
I pitched complete games before. I didn't complain afterwards.
You're like Satchel Paige. Have you ever struck out?
No.
No, good.
Have you ever struck anyone out?
I struck a couple people out.
Couple
Nice,
people.
Mike.
Of course
Good
you have.
job.
That's what I'm talking about, buddy.
Now, my last question was, do you throw T-shirts during the 5th inning
And that, no.
at kickball?
No, they got people for that.
Okay,
He's focused on the game,
right.
especially when you're pitching a no hitter. You can't have anyone talking to you. You're sitting there. You're locked in.
You can't get a no-kicker in that
You can-
league.
I'm tired of your pessimistic energy right now. Of course,
I'm
you can throw-
assuming they're high-scoring games.
There's been some up there, but occasionally there's some that are very low scoring. So
Now, when you can throw, now you're allowed to throw the ball at a runner and get him out.
yes,
Do they still call that Indian rubber, or has that changed?
It's just called an out.
that's just called out.
Okay, so they adjusted. Good.
Headshots count.
Can you hit someone in the head with the ball?
They want below the neck.
Okay, but hypothetically,
Game on the line. What
and
happens?
you have the killer instinct.
You got him in the ear.
They're tagging up at third. You get a relay, and it's right on the money,
Doing.
right in the temple, and it makes that perfect ping sound.
And you all look to the
You
out.
got to give them an out.
What's going to happen? Is it an out or is it an unlawful throw?
No, they should have their head on a swivel at all times.
I feel like if it hits your body, any body part,
You're
that
out.
includes any body part, you're out.
You can
a
move your
shoelace.
head.
A shoelace should be an out.
That's not a body part, but that's all right.
If it hits your shoelace, is that an out
Yes, it is.
as a runner?
Yes,
Okay, good.
I'm the umpire now.
Do you ever play 4 squares in between innings?
Great question.
We do not.
Okay.
Maybe something to incorporate just to stay sharp.
Yeah, you should do that instead of pepper. Play 4 square, and then also do dodgeball. Would be a good warm up exercise. You
That
can
should-
use the same ball for every event.
It's a very diverse ball. That's That's true, Michael.
It's a great ball. I assume it's the red ball with the dimples in it,
Yes.
and
Well,
it makes a certain noise.
We can get a grip on it, though. That's the point.
What is that noise, Mike? Please.
Boing.
Nice.
So
I thought it was more of a ping, but I will accept boing.
I thought it was more like a ding.
No, that's a thud.
What would you do?
I said ping.
Can you automatopoeia it, please?
That is an onomatopoeia.
It is.
Do you know what that means?
Yeah, it's a word that
It's a sound
describes a
effect,
sound.
yes.
Yeah.
Very good.
I wanted to name my son Pow.
Why didn't you name your son Pal?
My wife wouldn't let me.
So what'd you name it? Micah?
Micah, after a mineral.
That's really going to help his self-esteem later in life.
Micah's shiny.
And a good boy?
Yep.
I don't know what that
Are we
means.
talking about my son or the rock now? Oh, here's another one. Are you allowed to put foreign substances on the ball? Like, are you allowed to
No.
put Vaseline on the ball?
No.
Have you tried?
Yeah.
No.
I would try.
You should try. You should also cork your shoe to get more
No,
of a
you
thud.
want steel-toed shoes.
Yeah, you should wear those.
Wear some Timberlands.
Or I usually wear the sneakers I'm wearing now, so.
Mikey.
Can you show us what they are, please?
If you
No.
wore Timberlands, you could send it to the moon.
Why aren't you cheating? What's your record?
As a team, I think 2-1-1.
So
You can tie?
Yes, you can tie it.
I'm not leaving the field.
there's no extra innings in dodgeball. I mean,
Or-
kickball.
Or we play out, so we play a time limit game, and if time allows, you could play it.
Have you ever kicked lefty to put one down the right field line?
No.
Okay. Can you steal snacks from the other team?
Or usually stealing beers, but
Nice.
So there's alcohol
Nice.
involved.
yes.
Naturally.
That seems a little dangerous to
And-
mix
and then-
rubber
then-
balls with alcohol.
Mike, are you saying this is a timed game? There are no innings. This is a timed
Or,
game.
or we play innings and we have a time limit.
Okay, because people just want to go home. Go
Would
be
you
with their
say
families.
most of the time you finished through the innings, or does the time always get you?
Usually,
It depends on the beers.
Depends on the pitcher and his
Correct.
pace of pitching.
exactly, like we play seven inning games. You can usually get in with kickball. Yeah, you can get that in within an hour. Then we end up at Murphy's Tap Room after for half-off apps and beer specials.
Can't go wrong with that.
I have two last questions. How many balls would you say are brought to the game? 4 in case 3 get lost? Or is it just a 1 ball, you lose it, and the game's over?
Well, nobody's hitting homers. That's what he said. They're hitting
But
250,
you can
not
lose a ball in
350.
the woods.
We use one ball only to practice, play, and whatnot.
The ball.
And does the winning team get that ball?
No.
No,
And does anybody ever bring the ball to Murphy's and just kind of hold it at their table?
we all 4 teams sit at the same table and just socialize.
But no one has the ball.
Nobody has the ball.
Okay.
So there's 4 teams in the league,
Yeah.
and you guys play simultaneously on separate ends of the field.
Or no, so it's one field, so one would play at 5:30, one would play at 6:30.
And you all converge at Murphy's. Is there any beef after the games? Any
No.
spilled over emotions?
Really,
No.
no one's mad that they got hit in the ear.
Exactly. It's all for fun. We get to socialize, we get to make new friends, and yes, there's competitiveness in it, but it's a great time. And Manchester's social and sports leagues.
How can people sign up that want to play next year?
Go to
Queue up the. Could we make our own team, or do we have to join one of these already pre-made teams?
you can make your own team if you have the numbers for it.
I can make the numbers. I already got a perfect lineup going.
Yeah, I can think of like 8 or 9 people already.
You would have to go to ManchesterSSC.com.
That's ManchesterSSC.com to play kickball.
Kickball, volleyball, cornhole.
That's all you need.
You
That's
can
all
play
you need.
cornhole, competitive cornhole.
That's correct.
Yes.
where you're all friends afterwards.
No,
Yes.
that's much more malicious.
I can't imagine it's not like.
The verbal abuse. Did you know there's a defense in cornhole?
Do you have to go to Murphy's and drink afterwards?
Absolutely. I
You
believe
know-
that's where the cornhole is.
The
Yes,
the-
downstairs.
Upstairs.
Or maybe in the bed. Yeah, either that one
In
or
the-
Bedford.
bed?
Cornhole,
It's on the
kickball, softball, volleyball, cornhole. Yeah, so cornhole's at Murphy's, kickball's at Youngsville Field, softball's at Bone Mitchell Field on Thursday nights, and volleyball's at St. Mary's Holy Family Academy Gymnasium on Wednesday nights.
That's a great gymnasium.
I don't recommend playing volleyball unless you have a past, because I can't imagine it's easy to play volleyball if you don't know what you're doing.
I think I could jump on a team right
We've
now.
all played pool volleyball with a beach ball, but that's a different ball game.
I think that's substantially harder actually because you have the water resistance.
Maybe
It's something to consider.
unpredictable ball flight too. So is it co-ed?
Yes.
Does it have to be?
Yes.
Okay.
Do you alternate girl boy in the lineup?
Yes.
Okay. And where do you kick in the lineup?
Usually anywhere from fourth to sixth.
Clean
So you're
up.
cleaning it up.
He's got the heavy leg.
Are you a player coach?
Just a player.
Just a leader?
Player motivator, I would say.
Yeah, player. Yeah.
Team morale is at an all-time high.
Great point. Is there a pregame speech, like a pump-up speech, if you will? You know how like the coach will come in and kind of like, look at these guys. They want it more than you. They're smiling better in the finals. Like, is there any of that, or is it more like just go get them and have fun?
Just go and have fun.
But you want to win, though, Mikey.
You want to win, right? That's why you're
Yes.
2-1-1.
You got to be cutthroat. I know it's all fun, and you can have the fun with the beers and Murphy's after, but on the field, those are not your friends.
That's what the beers are for afterwards.
Exactly. It mends all.
Between the lines, though, Mike, you gotta get that killer instinct. Like, if you're gonna do this, like, do this.
Yeah. So just kicking balls is 5-0. Wolves of Ball Street is 2-1-1. Oleg's team is 1-3-1, and for kicks and giggles is 0-3-2.
Yeah. Who's giggling now?
Yeah, so it's not for kicks and giggles. Like, if you want it to be for kicks and giggles, then you're gonna have no wins.
You have to go home, look your father in the face. I lost another kickball game.
Yeah.
Can you do that
You
every
can
night?
Dance with your
can't.
stepmom at Garth all you want, but you can't look her in the eye and tell her you tried at kickball if you're just doing it for kicks and giggles.
And that's why they're 4-3.
So I have no wins. Like, you feel better about yourself when you win, right, Mike?
Yes, I do.
So that's part of the motivation to try harder. I don't know. Like, I cannot imagine playing kickball and not giving it all I got.
I'm laying out for balls.
I'm not even wearing sandals. I'm wearing sneakers for this.
Do you own sneakers?
Yeah, I got sneaker. I got one sneaker. I'll put it on my right foot and I'll kick it.
I like that.
Yeah, I got one. I
You only
saved
need
it
one.
for this.
Your kickball sneaker.
Are there any injuries? Have you experienced an injury? Not you, but have you seen anybody get injured and wheeled off or like just kind of limping off and people clap? But if someone did get injured, you'd clap, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Being good sport.
Yep.
Take a knee even maybe?
Maybe.
If it's a serious one?
Yes.
If you have a serious injury in kickball,
Bro, I've seen it.
you have it.
I've seen my
Will they
buddy.
tear an ACL?
I've seen my buddy tear an ACL while swinging in softball
That
in
is
the same exact league. It was awful.
That's so hard to
And I'd
explain.
drive
to
his
people.
car home. Oh, I know. I called his girlfriend. I said, Cardi broke his knee.
Yeah, he's done.
It's like, how'd he do that? I go, swinging. And the story he tells is that he hit the warning track. He didn't even hit the ball. He lied.
He struck out.
Is there any lying involved? Like, oh, I went 2 for 3, but really you got, one hit and it was an error?
There's sure there's embellishing.
Do they have errors?
We
You
only
don't-
score we keep is the lunch. We don't count for hits
Oh,
and errors.
so you don't do a book.
No.
Oh, you should do the book.
I think you should count for hits because how do you know who's going to win MVP?
Yeah.
Runs batted in, runs scored.
Do you have a stud on your team that's just a...
Yeah, and there's a shout out
The
you want to
best.
give?
Yep.
Who's
Trug-
the best player on your team?
Chad Tibbetts.
Chad
Tibbetts,
Tibbetts.
that
And what
sounds
makes
like
him
a
so
stud.
good?
Uh,
It's everywhere.
5-tool player.
5-tool player, and
Yeah.
he's a team captain, and not related to Don T. Tibbetts. No way, different.
He
He's
comes
from
up,
he's from up up from up north,
so he drives down for this.
or he's originally from up north.
So he catches everything. He throws really hard.
Yeah.
He
Runs
kicks.
fast.
He runs fast. What's the fifth one?
I'm assuming he's handsome.
Is he handsome?
Yes, he is.
Of course he is.
5-tool player.
You need that on your team, though.
Chad Tibbetts.
Captain.
Yes.
Team captain.
Chad Tibbetts. Brain, can I get a quick little close up, please? I'll wait.
That's close enough.
It's on you.
It's on you, dude.
Oh, Chad, I just want you to know, keep it up. It's your effort that's doing this for the whole. What's your team's name again?
Wolves of Ball Street.
The Wolf of Ball Street.
It's a play on words.
Depend on you, and without you, there's no having fun at Murphy's. You just keep being Chad, and I want you to know something. I love you. Thank you.
That was really well said, Michael. Well done.
Do you love Chad Tibbetts?
He's a great guy, and I've had the pleasure getting to know him, and cannot wait to continue playing on the Wolves of Ball Street forever.
Forever. It's a long time, Mikey. But
Kyle, do you think you could fall in love with Chad eventually?
you know my stance on love, but if there were a chance, I think it would be through Chad Tibbetts. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd rather have Chad in my life than numerous frivolous women.
Yeah, it's a tough choice, but
Five
Chad's
tool-
got everything you need. He's
Five
got all the
tool players.
tangibles, intangibles.
This one's for you, Chad.
Wow.
You wanna sign us off, host?
No, I think Mikey should sign us off.
I think
Yep.
so too.
Thanks for watching the sports show. Next week, the return of John Hopwood.
Well done.
Yep.
Thank you,
There you
Manchester.
go.